Straight up. That's what I be getting out the conversations. I mean, man, Rich the Kid, I interviewed him. Man, no substance. Nothing but love to him. Had a chance to interview him. I think BET last year, interviewed the man. No substance whatsoever. Just wearing clothes and jewelry. No personality, no character. No character, nothing to make you where he left a positive image and like, I'll never forget him. I just remember just him saying clothes and a whole lot of ice.
Hating that nigga talking about I ain't got no personality because I ain't jumping on top of cars and doing the dumbass shit I used to do. Worry about yourself streaming from your mama living room at 45, dude. Come on, look at me.
Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. You seen the video clip. We're reacting to Sharp from No Jumper. Basically, I'm not going to say hating on Rich Kid. And then you got Rich the Kid make a response video. I did a reaction to the Shark Tank. It's his podcast that he hosts on the No Jumper platform. I think he was interviewing a young lady named Bree. Nice, attractive young lady herself, but she was talking about Ice Spice and how she really didn't have stage presence, and pretty much, you know, the whole Ice Spice thing is really exploding right now. So it didn't really make any sense to me. It's like, you know, you have, I believe she just sold out like her first tour visit, her first tour stop. It was completely sold out. So I'm like, you know, and she's on tour, and I'm like, that it just didn't really make sense to me when you really think about it, right? And even still, it didn't age well either, right? I can see if it would have been like a big mishap, or you see what I'm saying? It was none of that. So, and he basically said something in agreement to what Bria was saying. I understand to a certain degree. You feel me? Everybody has an opinion. Okay, it's your opinion. You got your opinion. I understand it's your opinion. Okay, right? So it is what it is, right? You feel me? But then he's streaming, you know, outside of the No Jumper, you know, platform. He's streaming on his own platform at this point, I believe. And he just takes the time, then the effort, because he's trained himself. He's used to it. He's done it in the past on bigger platforms, right? So he has his own platform that he's on. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna fall back into the motion of doing what I'm comfortable of doing. And he's took a shot at Rich Kid, if you feel me. And I don't want to say it was like a shot, because I understand how that could be a misconception, right? One, Rich the Kid skateboards, you feel me? And I'm gonna explain before I go into greater detail. Okay, that is establishing some character. All right, you gotta. Sometimes I understand. You know, you want to look at somebody and you want to hurry up and get the gimmick or whatever that they have that is grabbing popularity. You want to get that in a 10-second snapshot of meeting this person on the first event and whatnot. I completely understand how that could have went over your head. You could missed it. You know, this guy. You know, I used to skate. My board is like sitting right behind me, and I broke it. I think I broke the tail of it not too long ago, and I got to get a new board. So, and like he like varial flipped. I think it was a tray flip, maybe. I think it was a tray flip, and like it's pretty it's pretty difficult. And out of all people to do it, Rich the Kid does it, and he raps, and you can see why people like him. And you know, the one thing I can say that is like maybe off-putting is, you know, I think he does have some substance abuse in there, right? And then it's like, well, and I say that because Sharp said no substance, right? But he was talking about no substance as a person. But since we're talking about substance, it's like, you know, well, so does Sharp. You know, he has this whole thing of, you know, substance abuse to a certain degree. And it's like, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you're just taking shots at this guy. He has a nice sound. And I'm like, and then if we're really just going to talk about it, like, I'm in disagreement because I think, what was that song he came out with Kodak Black? Was it Plug? Yeah, I think it was Plug, and that was like right around the time where Kodak Black came out with Skrilla. And it was like, you know, sometimes you gotta give a head nod to artists who, for an example, I think D-Lo, he maybe have some sounds that are more reminiscent of Juvenile, and I think it's some more, even Rob have some Juvenile sound in there, and it's little sprinkles from different artists that have that 90s vibe in their music, and that's more of a head nod. And there's people out there that's looking for that sound, and because they're a fan of that type of sound, that type of music, and these are new artists and up and coming artists are doing tributes, and they're having, you know, some type of that, you know, melodic tune or whatever 90s sound in there. They've incorporated that, and people can understand that. You feel me? I got a few Shazams, right? You know what I'm saying, that I still have to move to my Apple library, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. You know, there's a fan base for that, and you know, I think that's why, you know, there's substance there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, going back to that Plug, I mean, come on. If that didn't grab your eye, the skateboard didn't grab your eye, lifestyle didn't grab your, what's going to impress you? You're just not going to get amazed at the end of the day. But I do understand where he's talking about. Where he's, you know, because like, once again, the substance abuse. Maybe he's looking for something more. He's wanting, and he's just not getting. So maybe that's it. You know, maybe it's a few other things, right? Maybe it's an age gap to where it's just a disconnect at the end of the day. You feel me? But I think what it was is that was a straight up reach for Sharp. You feel me? That was a reach. Again, I'm not hating. It maybe felt like he was, even you seen what's my guy say? You see Rich the Kid said himself, right? So I completely get it. I completely get it. I'm not gonna talk to you guys up anymore. I'm just in disagreement because it almost feels like he was hating. That's what it felt like. And then it's you know, reminiscent of what he was talking about with Ice Spice. It's like, you know, I mean, I get it. That's what you're doing. You talking. You saying where you coming from. You know, you got an opinion. Okay, I get it, but I'm just in disagreement. I do want to add a little bit more, but it's just like some things, you know, it's just better left to kind of like, you know, you got to keep an eye on some things because, you know, maybe things will change. I'm not too sure, but I just can't get with it. It's like, are we dumping on, out of all people, are we dumping on Rich the Kid? Come on, stop it. Like, this is ridiculous. But hey guys, check it out, man. Thumb up the video, subscribe if you like this type of content. Hey, peace, man. I'm out.